Yes, last weekend we had big stuff. This week we've got big stuff. About 2 a.m. It'll be Sunday morning or Saturday the 20th of October as it will be in America. Garcia Morales, WBC Light Welterweight Championship. Paulie and the Magic Man Malignaggi. Pablo Cesar Jano, WBA World Welterweight Championship. Randall Bailey. He bangs. He's old. He's dangerous. We love him. He's a bit eccentric. Against Devon Alexander, IBF World Welterweight Championship. And then this guy, crazy name, crazy guy, Hassan Endam Njikan, against Peter Kid Chocolate Quillin. That's the WBO World Middleweight Championship of the world. You can join me and Steve Lillis for those 2 a.m. We'll be here all the way through the night. 4 world title fights from Brooklyn. They'll be fast, they'll be furious, they'll be bang, 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 in and out of the ring. Hopefully I'll be speaking to one of those boxers from that bill before we ring the final bell on this evening's show. But right now, it's a guy that we've loved, we've embraced here on Box Nation. Keezy loves him. I think Keezy would adopt him. I really do. Steve Lillis treats him tenderly, loves him. Lillis and I like him, and so do the Fight public. It's one of our favourite Welsh boxers. It's a young kid called Tony Pace. Now, when we first covered him on Box Nation, I think he was losing for the 3rd time in 3 fights. Since then, he's won 3, I think, of his 4. But more than that, he's turning his career around, to say the least. Now, I had to speak to Tony a bit earlier because he was either going to the gym or work or both. And yes, he does work, as you'll find out during this interview. And I grabbed hold of Tony Pace a little bit earlier on. And the first question I asked him was he enjoying being a winner and not a loser?
Oh, it feels really good, Steve. Hopefully I can keep it up now and get this British Masters title. So I'm training really hard for it. Like, I was meant to be fighting that Shane Singleton.
Yep.
So I've been training for like a 10 round of ages anyway, so.
And you've actually won 3 of your last 4, haven't you? You lost your first 3 and you've won 3 of your last 4. You're on a bit of a roll.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good at the moment. Oh, Steve, could I just say a big thanks as well to my sponsors?
Of course you can, Tony.
DTM Traffic, and then I got Biomax.
Yeah.
And I got M&A Ducey and Treforest Recycle. They've all been great and chucked me some money for my sponsoring.
Tony, how long have you had all the sponsors?
Well, after your show, Steve, last time, they all they all just come to me, really, and helped out.
You know what it is, Tony, right? You might have only had 7 bouts, 3 wins, 4 defeats, but you're a bit of a cult fighter, you know. People know you. People come up to me when I'm at shows, and they say, when you getting that young Welsh kid on again? When you getting the Snake back on? It's terrific.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be on Box Nation soon. Box Nation show soon now, Steve.
Listen, I hope so too. Now, Tone, are you still working at that fast food restaurant?
Yeah, still there, Steve. I'm on break now. I am.
Yeah. But now you're fighting, you know, in addition to being, you know, the king of the chips, the king of the shakes, the king of the double burgers, and the king of the whatever it is, the Big Mac. You're actually fighting for is it the vacant British Masters lightweight title on the 1st of December in Newport? Yeah,
that's it.
Tone,
really looking forward to it.
Tone, you're cracking it. You're going to be leaving us behind. Tony, listen, you know what I also find amazing? You are still only 19, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm still only 19. Like, hopefully now get this title and then lead on to bigger things in my career.
Now, Tony, are you a lightweight or will you do light welter? How's it going to work with you weight-wise? I'm
going to stick at lightweight now. I make it easy enough. Like, I was reserved for prize fighter the other week. But the week before that, I weighed in 10 stone 5.
Were you in for prize fighter?
Yeah, I was reserve, yeah.
Okay, so you got a couple of quid for being a reserve, didn't you, as well?
Yeah, but in a week I got down to 9 stone 11.
Wow.
So, well, I made actually 9 stone 10, but so the weight for this fight, 9 stone 9, I'm going to make it easy, do you know what I mean? Yeah,
of course you will. Now, Tony, let me ask you this. If you're working shifts in the hamburger gaff, when do you get to train, or do you train in and around your shit? You know, do you go running in the morning, go to the gym in the afternoon, working? What do you do?
I train around my shifts really. Like if I'm on afternoon shift and I can't go up to the gym,
Yeah.
I'll go for a run really in the morning, and my dad will take me on a pad and in the day before I go to work. Then I come home after work then and do another training session, like circuits or bag work, whatever I can fit in really. But if I'm off, I train definitely 3 times a day.
You know what,
I
Tony?
keep myself really fit, like.
It's a great story, and Tony, you're not going to take any short notice fights, are you? Where you're going in against a guy in his hometown. Those days are over, aren't they?
Hopefully, Steve. Hopefully.
Good.
And can I just say another thanks, Steve, for a guy called Martin Lyons helping out. Like, he's helped me get all these sponsors and everything as well. So he's trying to help build on my career as well.
You know what, Tony? You're a bit like, if I had you in here in a t-shirt, you'd look like Lewis Hamilton with all those patches on you. Listen, Tony Pace, all the best on your big fight on the 1st of December, and it's been a delight and it's been a pleasure and a delight trying to give you a bit of a leg up over this last 12 months since Box Nation has been on air. Tony, thanks very much for your time.
Thanks a lot, Steve. Thank you.
You remember little Pace? He had that fantastic fight, I think, with Ronnie Heffron last year. I think it was Liverpool. I think it was the undercard of the brilliant Nathan Cleverly and Tony Bellew fight. That was a great fight. We tend to forget that fight. We tend to forget how good that was. We've had so many great fights on Box Nation since September the 30th. 2011 when we launched. What were we like then? Remember the studio we used to have? It was red. Do you remember? There was a glass table there, the same glass table we'd used back in our Setanta days. Those were the days, not the Setanta days, the Box Nation days. Yes, we've already had the anniversary of this show, and we've had lists and guest lists of boxers that have been on